Hi everyone, Lady Botcher, Angela here with a face-up commission for a Les Belles De Jour doll, Nayade. So here I am, I have my supplies, I have mica powder, and the Les Belles De Jour doll commissioned from Libby, or Wino and the D Word, here on YouTube. So again, I'm just showing you all of my supplies that I use. They're the same ones over and over again. So I did get to see some of these. These were really cool. I got them at Hobby Lobby. I don't really care to go there, but they have MSC for like $12. So yeah, that's why I went and I found those. So what we're starting off with, I'm just trying to give her some life here. I was working off a couple pictures that were given to me for reference. And in the pictures, I know that they weren't the original, meaning that there was a filter put on it or the lighting was done, or because they were beautiful pictures. So I know that they were kind of doctored up. So I was trying to go off of that, but also I was going off of what Libby wanted, which was she was a cohort of a god, a Celtic god, the horned god. I can't remember the name. Saronas, or it was something like that, and it was long and I couldn't pronounce it, but I thought it was great. I looked up Google images of what she was talking about. She wanted her to be like a nature goddess, so I wanted her to look a little bit like what the reference pictures were, the eyebrow shape and that kind of thing, but she said she wanted green undertones. So I picked a little bit more green eyeshadow makeup sort of thing. And then I also did some green mica powder to put on her face. But here I am, I'm just putting the first layer of Mungio Pastel down. And this is actually for the base. So meaning that you have your skin tones and your blushing and your first set of like eyeshadow and that kind of thing. So what I did was I actually, at her temples, I gave her a little bit of green shimmer with the mica powder. And this actually gave her more of an ethereal kind of feel for me. So I asked Libby, does she want mica powder? And she said, well, all three of the ones that she gave me to commission were from a universe type thing that was sort of like Legend. If anybody remembers, if you're old enough, Legend was a movie back in the 80s, and it was it starred Tom Cruise. And it also starred, Tim Curry. And he played Darkness. And Darkness, oh my gosh, so great. So great. So it's just a really good movie. It's very fantastical. I recommend going and seeing it at least once. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty 80s. So it's pretty cool. It's along the lines of, like Dark Crystal and that kind of thing. Story-wise, fantasy kind of thing. So I thought that was really cool, and it's right up my alley. So what I am doing now is I'm just blocking in her eyebrows. And yes, the reference photos for this particular face had pretty straight, angular eyebrows. So again, of course I mess up and I just dab it off. It's just Mungio Pastel. So right now I'm on layer probably 2 or 3 at this point. So I'm not going to ruin any of the other makeup that I've put on. And in conjunction with the greens that Libby wanted, I also went with a gold, and sorry for the dog barking. He barks at everything. I went with gold because I think that green and gold look really, really good together, and they meld really well as well. So they don't blend, I would say, as well, but they do look really great together. So that's why I give her a little bit of gold mica powder shimmer, like on her forehead and along her cheek bones there. And no, the red that you see underneath her lip is not there anymore. It's just, I corrected that. So it's not on there. I did give her some gold and green eyeshadow. I gave her some deep purple glitter lips, I want to say. It's a really weird color. It's not mauve, it's not purple, it's not a red. So it's like all in between there. But it goes on really well, and it only takes a couple layers to get opaque. And I did start out with like a brown or a pink color as well, and I didn't like it. So of course I had to cut it down because I can't have the whole time that I did the face up on the film. So and now here I am again. This is kind of, I like doing this. It gives it a little bit more realistic feel to me. Around the temples, I give her some light veining. And again, you won't see this unless you're actually looking for it and you're actually trying to photograph it up close. But I do it early on, so then the layers kind of blend it away if people don't like it. So you're not going to see it unless you're actually looking for it. And now here I am. I'm just giving her bottom eyeshadow because it looked just a little plain to me. And I was like, no. This is a goddess. This is a spirit goddess. This is a nature goddess. And she's got to go all out. She's, a consort of the horned god. So she's going to have to look her best, Not that being natural is not good, but I think that she looks really good with this type of makeup. Just the angular eyes just give it that oomph that just speaks, model. So I was, again, giving Libby progress photos as well. So she was happy with the progress. And so I did ask, if she wanted like a headpiece sort of artistic thing, or if she wanted freckles or something like that. And I did think about it. I was going to do freckles, but I decided against it just because I wanted her to be very, very fresh and very just clean and serene. So I did give her a couple beauty marks though. I gave her 3 of them. And here I am. I'm just giving her some lip lines, and I wanted her lips to be very prominent. Not that the other features are not prominent, but her lips are so beautiful and they're just so puckered, and it's like one of her main features basically on her face. So I tried to outline or frame them as best as I could. And I think in the end, with the gloss on them, I think they turned out so beautiful. I think that might be my most favorite part of her face is her lips. So even though, I do love the whole thing and the whole thing as a whole, I think if I had to choose one piece of it would be the lips that I really, really love. I really like that color. So that's why I went with it. And I have put it on my other dolls as well. And it just turns out really well. I mean, it looks a bit more natural than, like a red lip or something like that, when it's like actual lipstick makeup. So here I am. I'm attempting the eyebrows, and I show you which colors I put together, but of course, like all face ups of mine, it can't work out the first time. So, or the second time, or even the third or fourth or fifth time. So when I got done with what I liked about the third or fourth time, I found that I didn't like the color. I didn't like it at all. It was more red than brown, and I know that this girl has a purple wig and purple eyes. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to go all out. We're just going to give her purple eyes, her eyebrows. So purple eyebrows it was. And yes, of course, it took me again 3 or 4 times to get the ones that I thought were similar enough, but still different enough. Again, the balance between the two, that I felt good about it. So again, you won't see these eyebrows. And I didn't film the purple ones because I was starting to get intimidated. And so, yeah, I turned it off and I finally just did it. As you can see, I am still working on the red color ones, and I finally decide that it's not gonna work out. So here I am finally with the eyelashes. So the eyebrows are finished, and yes, they don't look purple, of course, on film right now, but they are actually purple. And I went over them with some blushing Mungyo pastels, just to kind of dull them down just a little bit. So again, I am trying to get fairly thin lashes that both look the same on both eyes. And yes, it did take forever. It took forever. Because I had to keep wiping them. And finally I got to where I found that both were similar and both I really, really liked. And I did go in and fix up the mistakes that I did as well, with one of those tiny little cotton swabs that you see there. So here I am, I'm starting to gloss the eyes and the lips because I'm pretty much done. And this is where I find that I like the lips the best. So I think she turned out really great. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it kind of speaks for itself, I think. So I hope Libby really likes it, and I will be sending her off with the other two as I do them. Next up is the devilish little fawn that I'm going to be doing, and he is a 1/6 scale. So a little bit smaller than this, so I think it'll be really fun to do. And yeah. So here she is. I put in her eyes, and I think it kind of pulls everything together. I really, really love the lips. And yes, the green is on the temples because she is a green goddess. So yeah. Thanks everyone for watching, and that's it.